screen visible now?
Yes, yes, it's visible.
Okay, ma'am. Just a second. Huh? And my video is visible too, right? Okay, ma'am. Can I start? Good morning, everyone. Myself Shivani Khandelwal, and today we have given a topic of globalization for our presentation. So let's go through the contents first. These are the contents. First, the globalization meaning, then increasing globalization, advantages and disadvantages, impacts of globalization on Indian economy, then conclusion. Let me explain you the basic concept of globalization. Advances in many technologies like mobile phones, internets, airplanes, etc., have made communication and transportation easy from one country to another country. Even now we are able to share communication, goods and transport services from here to any other country foreign. That is known as globalization. Then next, why is globalization increased? Globalization, there are various reasons why globalization increased. The first one is derivatives. Basically, derivatives is that the credit facilities in the markets have been increased. So the we can see that the investments, the foreign direct investments, and even India is investing in foreign countries, so that increased the globalization. That is one factor that led to increase in globalization. Second is payment systems. Now the payment now in today's world, the payment has been made cashless. We can sit here and can make payment in another foreign country. That is also another reason for increase in globalization. Then is global communication. Increase in internet services and increase in facilities of education has made a global communication a possible way out for globalization. Then emergence of MNCs and TCs, emergence of MNCs and TCs is for transnational companies. This lead to increase in employment opportunities overall across and overall the globe. Then advantages and disadvantages. Advantages include economies of scale, cost competitiveness, uh, avoidance of regulation, and inward investment. Economies of sale. Economies of sale is basically that the sale is not limited to one country. We can buy and sell products across the globe. Cost competitiveness is something that if in in a competitive world, everyone is now trying to sell their products. So when we talk about cost of the product, even if someone is selling higher, someone is selling lower too. That is the advantages of global economy. Then avoidance of regulation. In many small manufacturing companies, the barriers and the regulations are least, so people can easily trade from one country to another country. Inward investment is investment that we receive from foreign, and some investment that we put from our country, so that the export of the country increases. That is also a kind of advantage of globalization for us. Now disadvantages, that includes barrier to entry. In some small manufacturing, there is though there the rules and regulation can be avoided, but in MNCs the process has to be first initiated, and it takes time. So the entry is not easy for the big MNCs, and this leads to disadvantages of globalization. Diseconomies of sale. Diseconomies of sale is because when a company starts business in another country, it actually uh, generates employment for another countryman. It doesn't generate employment for its own country. That leads to diseconomies of scale. Then structural unemployment. That's what I said. In some sectors, it leads to unemployment. And in another sector, it leads to employment. It depends on the country to country and MNCs to MNCs. Then impact of globalization on Indian economy. I have, through the process of this presentation, I have seen various impacts of globalization on Indian economies. The four most important impacts are economic impact, protein and food inflation, social cultural impact, and psychological impact. Economic impact, as all we know, there is directly an impact to our economy, the employment generation, which is, as we can see that each coin has two faces. Even if we can generate employment, if the MNCs from outside can generate employment, they are declining this economy rate in their own country. Then comes protein and food inflation. This is the new one. Actually, protein and food inflation is that if the people are getting more aware about the protein and food, and the selection and choices of the food is now increasing. So people are demanding of high rich protein foods, which are not available in each and every country. So we have to import sometimes and export, as well as export the protein and food from one country to another country. Then comes the socio cultural impact. Socio cultural impacts basically is an impact of enhancing and accepting the culture of another country, which even lead to choices or changing choices of food, changing choices of uh, clothes, etc. These are both implemented on our country as well as the country we are trading through. Then last comes the psychological impact. Psychological impact is about whole concept is about consumerism. Yeah, the even in country like India, we believe in a show of business, and psychology says that if even if we are not having that much of money, we will try to pretend that we are not less from any another one, and we will choose a good and high product so that we can show off to other people. This impact is totally kind of disadvantage and is harming the economy of India. Now conclusion. Actually, though India is leading towards the globalization, and it has to compete with the world, but there are some laggings and some disadvantages of globalization too. So when we talk about globalization, we have to see that our country is way is stepping a foot forward, and is not lagging somewhere in back, so that we can see that in future the growth and GDP rate of India increases. Thank you, ma'am. That's all. Ma'am, you are muted. Ma'am, you're muted.
The good part of your presentation is you can hold the interest of the audience, the listener, with your voice modulation and your intonation. Very nice. See, when we talk of English, English is not just grammatically correct words or lexis. It is also pronunciation wherein a good voice modulation, lexis, all these plays involved, and it was very nice, very good. Keep it up. Okay, now Shivani, please talk about your future plans. Very nicely, short and crisp.
Okay, ma'am. Hello everyone, I'm Shivani Khandelwal, and I'm currently pursuing MBA from KK Modi University. So my short-term goal is to pursue MBA in business analytics from this university, and I am trying to enroll myself in some designing course like UI UX. I have little high interest in designing, so I am trying to enroll myself on that course. And my long term goal is to be a successful business analyst and crack at least a lakh job, so that I can satisfy myself that my MBA degree from this college has returned something to me. That's all, ma'am. Thank you.
Very good. Excellent. Yeah.
Ma'am,
You can make me host.
ma'am, Anisha will be presenting next, so I will be sharing my screen once again,
Oh,
and she will be
no,
presenting. Okay.
yeah, okay, fine. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Shani Khandelwal and I'm a KKMU. I'm currently pursuing MBA from KKMU University. My experience till now from the university has been overwhelming, and I am very happy that I'm admitted to this university. Even this teachers are very supportive, and the courses are very interactive. Even the subjects are new for us. I am sure that we will get to know more about these new subjects in future.